Deconverted Man here. How did God make the universe? I don't think that any theist can actually answer this question. It's just an unexplained event that happened, I guess. So, yeah, I've heard theists say quite often that atheists say or believe the universe came from nothing, which we don't, but yet they are the ones a lot of the times positing that God made the universe from nothing. So we got our wonderful universe here. We've got happy life. We've got lobsters. We've got Milky Ways. We've got all these stars. And then we go backwards in time. And of course, we get that familiar funnel that we're all used to. And there's God showing out, right? God's at the start of all that, right? That's what the theist says. Okay, but here's the thing. Okay, so you've got just God. No universe, no anything. Just God. So how did it make the universe? Like, what did it make the universe from? The only thing that exists is God. So God made the universe from God? Or did God make the universe from nothing? Which the theist says is not possible. Is it only possible to make something from nothing if you're God? How does that work? What enables God to make the universe? What process occurs? How does God manipulate anything at all, especially if the only thing is God? These are questions the theist cannot answer. How did God do it? And they don't have an answer at all. I've got a commenter saying, through Jesus. What does that mean? How does Jesus enable God to make a universe? What role does Jesus play in creating the universe? Through Jesus. Says nothing. That's not a methodology. What do you mean by that? The word of God. Okay. How does a word from God produce the universe? In fact, if there's nothing but God, how does God speak anything since there's no atmosphere to enable speech to happen? Are you talking about a thought? Did God think words? How does thinking words produce a universe? So none of this answers the question how God did it. So there you go, Theus. Just come up with the answer to that and let me know in the comments. And I'd love to see it. Meanwhile, Dusty is just saying words at me in chat. Jesus says whatever. That's nice. The Father, the Word, the Spirit of God. Okay, that doesn't tell me the answer to this question at all. That doesn't tell me how God did it. So, that it's like, how did you type those words out? Well, you used your fingers. You can explain that, right? You used fingers on a keyboard, and the keyboard transmitted the keystrokes into electric signals that went through the wire into the computer that translated it into binary code to then display on the screen the resulting effects of the program to display the letter that then when you hit enter, the code of the internet machine runs that through and then it displays it on my computer. And I mean, you could get really complicated with how that works, right? You have an explanation of how you typed out something. How did God make the universe? So here's Dusty trying to say God spoke, existed with the Word of God, so through Jesus Christ and the Spirit of God. What does that mean? How did God speak? There's no atmosphere. Speech can only happen when there's an atmosphere for speech to move through. The wave functions of speech only occur when there's something for the speech to manifest in the medium of. So does God have vocal cords? And if so, where's the atmosphere for God to speak into? Who's God speaking to? Why does God need to speak at all for the universe to come into being? And how does speech create the universe? The Word of God, what does that mean? It's just a nothing sentence there. So you haven't explained anything at all, not a little. So again, the theist cannot answer the question, how did God make the universe? And so when they say to the atheist, the skeptic, well, you guys believe whatever about the universe. No, I don't. I don't have any beliefs regarding the universe. I'll let science figure that out. But you are the ones that believe essentially in magic. Prove wrong. All right, that's all for now. Until next time, be skeptical. And after next time, stay skeptical. Thanks for watching.